Miracle Boy Boxing. I am your host, Jose Cruz. And ladies and gentlemen, one of the greatest pound for pound fighters in the world today. One of the greatest female fighters of all time to ever put on a pair of boxing gloves. She's the real deal. The only woman and fighter that I know that can go up and down weight classes and have no problem with it. Fight whoever is there with no issues, win, come back down, win, go back up, win, impressively, and that is the real deal, the undisputed champion at 126 pounds, none other than the legendary Amanda Serrano. She is one of the greatest fighters of all time in women's boxing and boxing period. Out of Brooklyn, New York, of course, Puerto Rican. 45 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw. 30 knockouts. One of the hardest punchers in boxing, in women's boxing today. And she displayed that with Heather Hardy in a rematch in the first fight. Heather Hardy, Amanda beat her, almost stopped her in the first round, and Heather Hardy reminded me of why she went the distance. She made it to the final bell because she took some solid shots all night, showed a solid chin, tough as nails. She tried as well, man. She tried. She was not in there to just collect a paycheck. She came to fight. Amanda was doing her thing, walking her down, chopping her up with body shots, hooks, uppercuts, everything in the kitchen sink. But Heather would not go away, stubborn. And she would try, man. She would try. She would get busted up and move away and paw her jab out, throw some combinations, 1-2s in spots just to do something. And nothing to phase Amanda. Just throwing her hands out there, even knowing that no steam on them, without any steam to get Amanda's respect. She just never gave up, and Amanda once again beat her by unanimous decision. It was more of I won't say a stay busy fight, but more of a return opportunity because Heather gave her the opportunity 4 years ago at the World Championship title, and Amanda would return the favor in a bigger fashion. Return the favor, not only to have the opportunity to win undisputed championship, but collect a much bigger paycheck than last fight. Last fight, she probably fought for what, $10,000, 15. This time, this was the most pay she's ever had in her boxing career. Thanks to Amanda, giving her the opportunity. Amanda didn't have to give her the opportunity, but Amanda did. And that's what it was for, just to give Heather Hardy a better, not only better pay, but a better food on the table, better living, man. From 10,000 to 15, Heather got paid like $200,000, $300,000. That's a lot. That's a lot of money for Heather Hardy. She could do a lot of money. She could do a lot of things with that type of money once she invests it well. But maybe it may be Heather's last fight. She took a lot of punishment in the fight, and she's 41 years old. It was just Amanda giving her the opportunity. But it was a good fight. It's a good fight. In that last round, man, both women went at it. But the fight that I'm really talking about, that I really want to talk about here, is one of the biggest fights in women's boxing today. And that is Amanda Serrano versus Alycia Bumgarner. That is a fire fight. That is a great fight. Stylistically, these women can bang it out. No doubt about it. They both can box. Both are ferocious power punchers, and any one of these two women can put the lights out on each other. Man, this is a fire. This is a war. Amanda's not gonna back down. Alicia's not gonna back down. They both got a similar style. who hits the harder, who hits the hardest. It's a hard one. Besides Amanda being one of the hardest punchers in boxing, in women's boxing, Alycia is one of the hardest as well. The record speaks for himself. 45 wins for Amanda. She got 30 of them by knockout. Alycia, who is a heavy-handed fighter, she's got 15 wins with 7 knockouts. Now you would think the way Alycia hits, you would think she's got 15 wins, 10 knockouts, or 12, but 7. But don't let the 7 knockouts fool you. She hits hard, you know. And Amanda, Alycia did mention Amanda gets hit, but hey, Amanda's an aggressive fighter. She comes forward, bangs it out. Not much defense there. She keeps her hands up and this and that, and she boxes well, but she can get hit because she's in there. She's going to give you some punches, and in order for she to give you some punches, she's going to have to drop her guard. And it is what it is. Alycia, the same thing. She's going to drop her guard because she comes forward and bangs it out. So it's a great fight, man. I don't know who's going to win. I'm a little concerned because Amanda, she's really good and she can punch. So does Amanda. So Amanda also has a chance to win the fight. So it's a great fight. This is the fight that both women need to do next. You know, their next fight should be each other. And that's likely a pay-per-view fight, honestly. You got undisputed champion versus undisputed champion. And likely this fight will take place. Amanda said in an interview recently that it doesn't matter if I go up to 130 to fight her. Once the money's right, business-wise, and it makes sense, let's do it. And it's a great fight, guys. I hope it happens. Alycia wants it. Alicia's been calling out Amanda recently. Been a minute since anyone called out Amanda to fight. So I know Amanda just wanted to enjoy her moment with Heather Hardy. She was not really paying attention to Alycia on the outside of the ring, but I'm sure that attention will get to Amanda eventually. And I'm thinking, man, that's the next fight for Amanda and Alycia. Hope it happens. Amanda Serrano versus Alycia Bumgarner, undisputed versus undisputed. If Amanda likely goes up to 130 to fight her, then Amanda will have a chance to become undisputed champion in 2 weight classes, which is just a cherry on top of her career. She can stop fighting and she'll be in the Hall of Fame. You know, the Hall of Fame is already waiting for her. That plaque is already being made, probably. But probably in the process of making. But be that as it may, it's a great fight. Hope it happens. Amanda Serrano versus Alycia Bumgarner, undisputed champ versus undisputed champ. 2 women that can box, can punch, can put the lights out with any punch. That's a fight of the year. It's a fight of the year. Hope it happens. Miracle Boy Boxing, guys. I am your host, Hosting Cruz, and I will see you guys next time on my next video. Peace.